Hey there, guys. This is Seamus from Tor Force Technologies here again. I want to talk to you today about nutrition and how important it is to have a good nutrition plan and proper eating habits for the maximum results. Not only if it's just weight loss or if it's being the best athlete in the world, how you eat affects more than anything. One thing I like to say is you never really can outwork a bad diet. If you're eating bad and you're eating unhealthy, you're going to feel it. So some of the things I like to talk about is, starting your day off, of course, with breakfast. The video we talked about yesterday is all about how do you get breakfast in. I personally do protein shakes every day, but it's because it's faster and easier to get it in. Now, if you skip breakfast, what's going to happen? Everyone knows, well, you're going to be hungry for lunch. Well, sometimes actually you're not. You're going to be less hungry because your body is going to be going into starvation mode. And when you're going into that starvation mode, you're going to be storing that fat. And then the next time you do eat, that fat is only going to be stored, and it's going to be storing the food that you eat at the same time, and your body's still going to be going into glycogen repair. It's going to be starting to take away your muscle mass. And especially for someone trying to build, you want to use your fat and your food at all times for constant energy. So from breakfast, lunch, dinner, you want to make sure that you're eating more constant. Now, the best way I like to explain your metabolism is it's kind of like a fire. If you have a fire and you light it in the morning and you feed it every 2 hours, that fire is going to stay lit. No matter how much logs you put on the fire, it's going to continuously burn, right? You can always put too much and smolder it, but it will find a way to relight itself, versus you don't light the fire in the morning. Then you try to light the fire in the afternoon, it starts to go, you wait 4 or 5 hours to put more wood in the fire. What happens? That fire is out at that point. So if you're not constantly eating throughout the day and you're letting your body let the fire go down and you're trying to put food back on it, it's always going to store. So where I've seen memes, I've seen pictures and funny things where people saying that you don't need to eat to lose weight. Weight Watchers and Atkins and all these other diets out there, they're crazy. I've been in the fitness industry for 6 years now, 4 years running gyms, and I have seen my fair share of crazy diets, from cleanses and Weight Watchers, 360 new program, and counting calories. And honestly, I've done a couple crazy diets myself, where you've got no carb diets for crash, water cuts, losing 10 pounds in 2 days. I've done it all. What I like to find out is I've actually, this time around training for nationals, I hired a nutritionist, a dietitianist actually, Andrew Triani, a good friend of mine. And the reason why I worked with him is kid's strong. Kicked the crap out of me in my last contest when I got injured. And who better to work with than someone who's better than you? So I went to him and I asked for his advice. I've been doing nutrition for years, but he knows more about nutrition. And a lot of the things that he talked to me about is why you're eating and what you're eating. So when you want to go into eating habits, you got to think about what you're eating. Your body acts as a whole throughout the entire week. So if you're supposed to be eating a certain amount of calories per day, but you go over one day, doesn't mean you go under the next day to try to match up. Your body acts throughout the whole entire week. It all works together. So when you're eating, you want to make sure you don't overeat and don't undereat. Try to keep consistency, because your body does better with consistency. If your weight's not going up and going down, that means you're doing well. Don't expect a dramatic drop when you start all of this, because you don't want that. You don't want your body to go into a shock. Your body produces hormones for the size that you are. So if you slowly and gradually lose, you also can weight train and gradually gain weight. It does take about 4 to 6 weeks for the average person to build 1 pound of muscle. Well, how long does it take to lose a pound of fat? If you're focusing on something that's that quick to gain, well, it's that quick to lose, well, we're not really doing much. Where if we just focused on proper eating habits, eating more often throughout the day, and had a steady pace of working out throughout the week and not going crazy one day and then resting for 3 days and then trying to get back into it, trying to keep a constant pace with your eating habits and your workouts, you're going to see the best results. Basically, the next step is if you can't get a meal in, of course, I own a Tour Force Technology with a bunch of my buddies, and I personally do a lot of the protein shakes, stuff like that, because it's faster and easier for me to get food that way. If I'm working 40 hours a week and I'm missing a meal, I'd rather put a protein shake in my body with maybe some oatmeal, olive oil to get my protein, carbs, and fats. It's not an end-all be-all. It's not going to be how you lose weight. But it is going to give you the ability to get food in your system faster than just not eating. So, yes, I like our protein. Yes, I've tried it on many other proteins. The reason why I joined this company and I started it with my buddies is because I like good products. I don't like crap. I don't like stuff that doesn't work, that stuff that's fillers, and I want to put good stuff in my body because I want to train and I want to compete, let alone also I want to be healthy. Learning how to eat, what to eat, like before your workout, why would you eat white rice versus brown rice? Not many people know you're trying to spike your insulin level so that you can process the foods faster. Now, why would you put protein with that white rice? It's because when you spike your insulin, you need something to catch it, like a mesh net, so it doesn't completely plummet and you go into stored glycogen. You have a little bit of protein source to kind of keep it even off and max out throughout your workout so you can last longer. Like myself, I do Gatorade through my workout because I need that spike of insulin constantly. I need the carbohydrates to keep me going because my workout sometimes could be more than an hour, 2 hours long. Depends on how much rest I need. And of course, my favorite, battle mode. I take this every day. I'm a 1 scoop kind of guy. It gives me exactly what I need. When I go 2 scoops, that's usually when I'm training a strongman day and I want to go crazy and I really, really want a good pump. Doesn't give me the jitters. It gives me the focus that I need, and that's the whole point of why we call it battle mode, is so that you get that focus that you need like you're going to walk into a battle, and that focus when you're going to go smash those weights and get the gains that you're looking for. So from that, after your workout, you want to make sure that you always eat something. Now, it doesn't mean you have to have something within 30 minutes. It's better to. You digest it faster, having a protein shake with very little fats, because fats take longer to process than proteins and carbs, and then having a meal after your protein shake within an hour so that you can get more repaired. I mean, I do this, and my fiance does this as well when it comes to eating habits, because your male versus female, it's only a difference between amount of calories, but you still are eating the same amount at certain times, where I'm having 40 grams of protein, she's having 35 grams of protein. That's still a lot of protein for someone normally to eat. You don't think about it until you actually buy a food scale and weigh out 40 ounces or 40 grams of chicken. That is 6.4 grams or ounces of chicken and 40 grams of protein. So at the end of the day, when you're eating and you're trying to get to your goal, if you really pay attention to your nutrition, you can get gains faster, you can lean out faster, you can feel better without having to do those fat burners, without having to do the enhancements that a lot of people want to do to get to the best shape of your life. It comes with a lot of side effects. And what I've learned working with my nutritionist and my coach this time around, using my knowledge and my experience of nutrition and working in the fitness industry and my years of training, I liked having that proper nutrition because I feel better throughout the day. I know what happens when I cheat and I eat the bad food. I feel it more than eating the healthy food, and it's not a good feeling. So when I stay consistent, my weight stays pretty fluctuated. It stays pretty normal throughout the whole entire time. And what I try to do is try to stay on the meal plan, not really get a cheat day, because I can fit whatever I want into my macros and still get a good food that I enjoy. Just gotta learn how to cook a little bit. Baked chicken gets a little bit boring, so you grill it, you change the marinades, you try to do stuff like that. White rice gets a little bit boring, so you switch it up with potatoes. Fats are fats, extra virgin olive oil, very light tasting. That's pretty much, you can't even taste it when you pour it in. But if you stay within a good meal plan, you can eat the food you want. just make sure you read the ingredients, get the gains you want, get the results you want. If you're training for a strongman contest, or you're just a house mom that wants to stay in great shape and lose weight after having a couple kids, like, it's all about just doing what you want. And at the end of the day, if you eat right and you train and you have the right mindset, anything's possible. And that's why we created Tour Forces, not only for those athletes who want to go crazy and big, but it's also for the other people that want to stay fit, stay happy, and be healthy. Where battle mode is not that crazy rip your face off if you want it to with half a scoop. My fiance does about half a scoop of this, and she gets a great workout on. I do a full scoop, and then a couple of my business partners end up doing 2 or 3 if they want to go crazy that day. But it's meant to work for everybody. So try it out, see how you like it. I hope you guys like this video today. It's my first rant of nutrition. I'm trying it out. If you like what you see, subscribe, and I'm going to be posting up a video every day or every other day, trying to let you guys know about what the company's doing, where we're going, what supplements we're going to be coming out with soon, and as well as training for nationals in 3 weeks. October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, we're going to be out in Iowa, Davenport, doing the strongman. We're going to have a table out there. So if you guys end up coming out to Iowa or are in the area, come check us out at the strongman nationals games. I'll be competing the 175. Joe, my other business partner, will be doing the 231 class. And I'll see you guys next week. Again, if you like this, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow, actually. Talk to you later.